What's up, guys? Phoenix Adventures here today, and we have had a 9-hour trip last night driving down here to Williamsburg, Virginia to come to Busch Gardens. First time I have ever been here. I am extremely excited. I've always wanted to come here. I just wish I could have gotten here years ago before they got rid of Big Bad Wolf. But today's going to be a grand adventure. We're actually here for 2 days. We're going to try to make do of that time and ride everything we possibly can. And we're going to try out some of the food and stuff as well. But in the meantime, we are here in the entrance. We're going to go ahead and head into the park. We're going to try to do some of the haunts as well because we are here for Howl-O-Scream. So join us, shall we? And let's head on in. All right. So as always, whenever we enter a park, the first thing we do is look for food and drink. And they got a free refill that you can get. So it's $20 for the collectible cup. They have two different ones, the Pantheon and a Dart Coaster. I love purple, so I like the theming of the Dart Coaster. I just don't think I'm going to care for the coaster itself, but we'll see. I'm more interested in Pantheon than anything today. But I went with the purple cup, and we are going to try this Fanta Thunder Blast. So actually, we have already tried it. It tastes like grape soda, like a grape Fanta, basically. It's not bad. But yeah, so you pay $20 for the cup, souvenir cup, and the day you purchase it, you get free refills the entire day. And then you can bring it back with you, and you get $1.99 refills for the rest of the season. So not too bad of a deal. So Busch Gardens Williamsburg only has 2 smoking areas in the entire park. One of them is in Italy, the other one is in the German area. So since we were already in this area, we decided to make use of our all-day dining plan we got, where you can eat every 90 minutes. And we went over here to the Fest House. We picked up the German sampler, which consisted of roasted chicken, bratwurst, knockwurst and corned beef with sauerkraut, German potatoes, and red cabbage. We also grabbed as our side, which you can get with the all-day dining plan, we picked up the mac and cheese. Now, everything in the German sampler was absolutely delicious. The mac and cheese, though, was a little burned and kind of bland, so I didn't really care for that.
Like take off.
Remember, don't look back as you brave the Black Forest.
So by the time we finally got on and off of Verboten, it had already been 90 minutes, actually longer than that. So since we were trying to make the best use of our all-day dining plan, we decided to stop here at Marco Polo's, where they offer a couple of different dining experiences. They offer Italian food, of course, but they also offer Chinese, which is what we went with during our first visit here. We decided to go with the orange chicken with rice and also some vegetables included in that. And for our side, we went with a salad this time around. This was pretty good, though it's your typical kind of Chinese food. It's nothing special. But I would definitely grab it again if I was there. Alright guys, so it's almost 6 o'clock. We've been here since about 11. We actually got into the park around noon. We've only been on like 2 rides. So it's not that the park's been busy, it's just that every single time we choose a ride, that ride has just had that particular long line, or we had to wait for them like to put cars on the track or something like that. It's just been kind of a mess all day. So not exactly the fun day that I was hoping we would have here at Busch Gardens. However, the first coaster we did was Verboten, or whatever it's called. I've always said they shouldn't have never put that in. They should have kept Big Bad Wolf. And after riding Verboten, I will stick to my guns. That I didn't like it. It was fine, but it's about like Italian stunt jobs at the Kings Island parks and all of those, at the Cedar Fair parks, the stunt coasters. I just don't care for those. I just don't. It hurts my neck. My neck is still hurting. We rode that at what, about 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. We also just got off of Pantheon. So we had to wait about an hour for Pantheon, and that was worth it. That coaster is absolutely incredible. That's one of the biggest reasons I came down here to Busch Gardens for, is to ride Pantheon, and finally having to get to ride it is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Fantastic. What do you think?
I love it too. It's way worth the wait.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you had to say?
Yeah.
All right, what about Verboten?
He was alright. Yeah.
See, this is one of the first times that we're going to disagree backwards on something. So most of the time, it's always something hurts her neck or something. This time, no, my neck is killing me, and I probably won't ever ride that coaster again. I wanted to ride Tempesto, which is this way, right there behind us. But it's been down pretty much all day. Loch Ness Monster was another one that I wanted to ride when we came in, but again, that one was down when we first got here. It's been up since then, but we just haven't really had a chance to get over to it. With our all-day food pass, we've just been kind of, every single time we get up a ride, we got to go eat, and then that's, then I got to wait for you to smoke. So, but we're gonna go try to ride Apollo's Chariot next. So hopefully we can get about 4 rides in the day. We still have tomorrow. I also want to try to get some of the Hansen tonight too. They're already, they haven't even opened yet, and there's already lines for them. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. But all right, guys, we'll see you in a little bit. As it was starting to get a little later in the evening and the sun was going down, we decided to stop at Trapper's Smokehouse in the French and Canada area there. where we picked up the Trapper's Smokehouse Sampler, where you get barbecue chicken, St. Louis style barbecue ribs, and a smoked beef brisket with fries and a roll. We also picked up a piece of cheesecake, which was quite good. Now, I actually say this was probably the best thing we ate all day next to Fest House with the German sampler. In fact, we enjoyed it so much we went back again the next day.
Prepare to enjoy the power and speed of the mythical Griffin. Now prepare to enjoy the power and speed of the mythical Griffin.
Just know the more you run, the more they leave you can get out.
I've had just about enough of this music. I can't hold me hands over me ears much longer. There's the switch for me music. I saw it just the other day. Here it is. People of Kalani, you better beware. Jack is Miss me? I've waited many years for this moment. I've traveled all of Ireland looking for a place to spend eternity. And I've decided to stay here in Killarney. Foolish people! Thought you could keep Jack from coming back with your silly jack-o'-lanterns? Well, you couldn't have been more wrong. Jack-o'-lanterns, your master is here. Come to life. I command you. Come to life! Now you've seen the powers I possess. Nothing can save Killarney from the infamous Jack of the Lantern. Now, by my command, you will all be doomed forever to get down and party! You gotta fight for your right!
What's up, everybody? It is day 2 of our trip here to Busch Gardens in Williamsburg and Howl-O-Scream. We didn't do a whole lot of filming yesterday because we were kind of just getting acclimated to the park, and it was a little cold, and I made the mistake of wearing a t-shirt because I thought I'd be fine. I was not fine. So today I came prepared. I went and got a hoodie. She got a better sweater. And yeah, I think today we're going to be good, and we're going to try to get a lot more footage for you today, and we're going to try to give more of our thoughts and stuff on things that we ride and things too. We only got to ride, what, 3 or 4 coasters yesterday? A lot of the ones we rode, well, 2 we at least rode at night. We rode Griffin at night last night, and we rode, what was the other one? Loch Ness. So yeah, we rode Loch Ness at night. Loch Ness is probably one of the smoothest arrows I expected it, being so old, I expected it to be really rough, and it wasn't. So, like, it was in better shape than Vortex was in its last years. So, and they're retracking it for next year. But anyway, we're gonna head into the park. First thing we're gonna do is grab some of this delicious Dark Coaster Thunder Blast, or not, because it doesn't even look like that's open right now. But we'll find a spot somewhere for it. And we'll also give you some more thoughts about the food and stuff today too. All right, guys. So we'll see you again in a minute.
These articles are not permitted on Griffin. These include small bags, hats, scarves, gloves, and other products. Please remember to put your glasses on, right?
Got off of Alpengeist, and I'm still trying to make up my mind which one I like better, this or Banshee. A lot of people say Alpengeist is better. I don't know, maybe. They're very close. This one had a lot of like real tight curves and just a lot of cool stuff, and it's much better as far as scenery goes. I'll give it that. But yeah, what do you think?
I think it's really unique.
Yeah,
We haven't rode something like that.
no, I absolutely love the theming for Alpengeist. The whole ski, whatever it's
Theme.
called. Yeah, the whole skiing theme, I guess is the best way to put it. But it's like
Snow in the background.
yeah. And even when you're going around some of the curves and stuff, like we have here right next to us, some of the curves and stuff have this kind of concrete with like fake snow and stuff on it, which is really, really cool. But yeah, I'm still trying to make up my mind which one I like better, this or Banshee. I think my heart's with Banshee though, just because that's my home park. But this one definitely gives it a run for its money, for
You're
sure.
being biased.
Huh?
Now you're just being biased.
Oh, maybe I am. But you know, it definitely gives us a run for its money.
I agree.
Yeah. I think I'll have to ride Banshee again, and then maybe this one a couple more times, and then just try to figure it out. But they're very close.
I think this one's being not right.
Yes, we're gonna try to do a night ride on this one tonight. Right now, we're gonna head over and see what the line is like for Dark Coaster, and go from there. So we'll see you soon.
Be a year and throw this out the oven.
Do you have what it takes to brave the storm? Let's find out. You've escaped. This time.
All right, so we just got off a Dark Coaster, and my thoughts are they should have just refurbished Dark Castle, honestly. Not a big fan of this one. It's neat. It's kind of cool in a way. I would say it's worth trying at least one time. As far as indoor coasters go, I've only ridden this one, and I've ridden Flight of Fear. That's not a coaster.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
true, too.
So I wouldn't really give this one a high rating, honestly. It does kind of jerk you
It's like
a little
one
bit.
that you would just want to do one time.
Yeah, for the most part. But I just always wished I had gotten a chance to come down here to Busch Gardens when Dark Castle was still here, so I could have rode that. I guess I just prefer that they had a dark ride instead of just an indoor coaster in there. It does do like a couple laps around, so it doesn't make it that quick in the small
launch.
space that they have.
The lunch was pretty fun, though.
Yeah, the launches is all right. The seats aren't the most comfortable, but they're more comfortable than some of the launch coasters we've been on. Definitely better than Verboten.
Most
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say it's at least a try it and see if you like it kind of coaster. But yeah, coming down here, I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this coaster. Just I watched the construction of it and everything else about it, and I kind of had a feeling I just wouldn't rate it very highly, and that's kind of where I'm at pretty much with it. So, but out of 5 stars, I would say I'd give that a 2.5, maybe 3. Like I said, as far as indoor coasters go, it's a lot better than Flight of Fear by far. So, day 2, and the first place we're eating at is, of course, Trapper's Smokehouse because it was so good the night before. Taking a look at the menu here, you can kind of see the sampler. You can also just get barbecue ribs, or you can just get the smoked chicken. Here's a quick look at some of the desserts that they offer, which are quite good. You also have options for sides too, but keep in mind if you get the Smokehouse sampler, you already get fries and a roll with that. Today we got the same thing we got the night before. We got the sampler, but we also picked up, instead of the cheesecake, we got the cobbler, and this was really good. So we just got off of Invader over in the French area, I believe, or Canada. I think it's in Canada section of the park. Very much like Mystic Timbers. It's a GCI, very well done. Lots of like tight curves and stuff. It's a wooden coaster, so yeah, it's kind of rickety, and that's the way wooden coasters are. It's going to throw you around, basically. It's a bit rough. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure if I like it or Mystic Timbers better. Because Mystic Timbers, to me, I've only gotten a chance to ride it like one time. Because every single time we've been to Kings Island after riding it the first time, she won't let me ride it again. So she doesn't like she likes the wooden coasters, but you don't like riding them anymore.
Right.
So
Can't handle the throwing.
right, and this one was a lot like that. So it's a little rough, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I thought it was pretty good. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, but it slings you too hard, so I can't really ride it that much either.
Did you think it was better than Mystic Timbers?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right, so she says it's better than Mystic Timbers, and again, we've only ridden Mystic Timbers one time, so we'll ride it. I'm going to ride it a few more times and try to figure out from there. But we're getting ready. We walked over here to Italy. Tempesto is yet again closed today, and we are going to ride Pantheon, which is right here behind us, and then we're going to jump on Apollo's Chariot, and then we're going to go eat again. So that's the plan for the next few minutes here. I'm not sure how long this line for Pantheon is, but we're going to find out. So. Alright, so we were in line for Pantheon, and unfortunately they shut down for an undetermined amount of time due to some maintenance things. They said we were able to wait in line if we wanted, but we figured we'd just go ahead and jump over to Apollo's Chariot and maybe come back here if we see it running in a minute. So since we're in the same area, and hopefully we at least get to do it one more time during our trip here. We did it last night and it was fantastic. I absolutely loved Pantheon. It's the first time I've ever rode any coaster like this. Especially something with a top hat like that and the spike. So it was absolutely amazing when we rode it yesterday, and I was really hoping to get to ride it again. So with any luck, gonna come back up later and maybe we can get a night ride on it or something, because we did a lot of the Halloween stuff last night, except we didn't get to do any of the houses. So hopefully we can maybe get some of the houses done today, or the mazes I should say, and then maybe a couple of night rides on some of the coasters we didn't get last night. But yeah, unfortunately, no Pantheon right now at the moment. But we do have Apollo's Chariot, so we're going to head over to that. Alright guys, we just got off of Apollo's Chariot, and it is a B&M hypercoaster. I'm not sure of the height. I think it's a little shorter than Diamondback at Kings Island though. So I'm trying to compare Diamondback and Apollo's Chariot, and it is a close call. Apollo's Chariot is really good for being one of the first hypercoasters and built way before, I don't know about way before, but it was built before Diamondback. Honestly, I think I want to give it to Diamondback just because Diamondback is in my home park again. Same thing for Banshee and Alpengeist, but it is really close. Like, I feel like Apollo's Chariot has more heels, like more airtime basically, and I don't know, something about the layout of Apollo's Chariot I really like. But then again, Diamondback is also fantastic. Like, I like Diamondback more than Orion, which is a Giga coaster at Kings Island. So it's a close call, and I don't know which one to give it to, but all I can say is that Apollo's Chariot is fantastic and is a must ride here, and the lines are really short. Like, we could probably jump back on this again in another 10 minutes if we wanted to. So what do you think?
Yeah, it was actually a 30-minute wait, so that wasn't bad.
Was 30?
30, yeah. It showed 30. So yeah, it was probably about a 30-minute wait. 15 to 20 to 30 minutes. It wasn't bad. It was better than what it was yesterday. But yeah, if you don't like it too rough, you can ride the inner part, the inner seat.
I don't know. To me, it felt a little kind of rough in the middle too. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's a steel
manual.
coaster. It's not as bad as like a wooden coaster for us, or even say
wasn't
Verboten. Verboten was horrible, but
It wasn't even bad last night.
yeah, you were.
We said what?
We sit all in the back.
In the back.
I'm pretty sure we were in the back seat. Yes,
Close to the back.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what we need to do.
I think this would be a really good night ride too, because Diamondback is fantastic at night, and I think Apollo's Chariot could be as well, especially where it's out in the woods, all kind of by its lonesome. But yeah, it's got a turn that goes down by the river, which is really cool. You get some great views from up there. So yeah, it's a great coaster, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It's a definite do here at Busch Gardens. All right, I do see Pantheon is back open, so we're trying to decide whether we want to go eat first or we want to go do Pantheon. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, back again at Marco Polo's Marketplace for another meal. Instead of going Chinese this time, we decided to go Italian with the Italian sampler. Now, of course, you're going to get spaghetti with this, but you also get chicken parm and something I've never had before, beef cannelloni, which is pasta rolled with ground beef, spinach, and cheese. And I got to say, I'm not a big fan of spinach, but that was delicious, actually. And for our side, we went with mozzarella sticks.
It's a magic box you're holding.
Why? This is a thing to capture souls with.
It's a what?
It captures souls.
Well, I have no soul, so you're out of luck.
Oh, you need to get some tonight.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Alright, so we've been doing a couple more coasters here before 6 o'clock, which was time for the scare actors and the haunts to start. We're going to try to get a haunt in. We're heading up here to the Witch of the Woods. I think that one might be a good one. If we can, we're going to try to get at least 2 haunts in during our trip here. But it depends on what kind of line we got. But hopefully we can get 2 in. I want to do this one and I want to do the Lost Mine. Now last night the Lost Mine was just absolutely packed. But hopefully we can get to it tonight. But we're here in the German area where Witch of the Woods is, and we're going to check it out and see if we can get in. You ready for this?
Beware the witch!
What is this witchcraft? Do you know what we do to witches around here? Run while you
Oh, that's cool. Alright guys, so we were on our way down to Lost Mines, but since we were in the area, we saw Pantheon was still running right now at the moment, and since it was dark, we thought let's go ahead and jump in line for that, and then we'll make our way back down to the Lost Mines and into the front where we're going to catch Loch Ness Monster. And then after that, I don't know what we're going to do. But Pantheon at night, what do you think?
Awesome. I
Yeah,
love it.
it was
Rush.
pretty good. It's an interesting coaster. I've never been on anything like this coaster before, and I really, really like it. I'm not a fan of going backwards. I'm not, but I think I'm getting used to it.
I can like it.
Yeah, because I've done Fire Chaser Express,
Rush.
which is, you know, to be honest, Fire Chaser Express backwards ain't that intense. This one I was a little more worried about. We rode not back row, but almost to the back row, and so we went almost all the way up the back of the spike, and you're pretty far up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an intense ride, and it's quite fun, and I really, really enjoy it. One of the best rides here at Busch Gardens. I'm so excited that I finally got to get down here and actually ride it, and the fact that it was open too. So we rode it twice on 2 days, once each day, and I'm happy with that. I would much rather ride it more, but I feel like we've gotten to ride everything we wanted to ride, minus Tempesto. Tempesto is a Premier Skyrocket 2, and it is a coaster type that I've never been on, and I was really hoping to actually add that coaster type to my collection, and unfortunately it's been down both days we were here. But right now, she's going to smoke, and then we are going to head over to the Lost Mines, if we can find it, because it's lost.
course.
So we got to find it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's where we're going to go. We're going to try to find Lost Mines. And then Loch Ness. All right, so we'll see you soon.
I'm just not going to be able to go there. Hey guys, Becky!
The scenery was cool.
Oh, it's all black light in here. This is cool. This one feels longer than the other ones, doesn't it? Alright guys, so we just ended up doing 2 haunts instead of just the one. We were hoping to get on the Lost Mines, but since we were over in Little Italy, they have a whole Death on the Bayou, I think is what they call it. Sorry about the speakers, they're like really loud here, but Death on the Bayou, absolutely amazing. As you will see, there was one part there where the guy comes out like right in front of me and scared the bejesus out of me. So from there, we went on down and we did do Lost Mines. There was like no line whatsoever. We only had to wait like less than a minute, maybe a minute at that. And then we were in. Now that one was a huge letdown. That was actually, I was really looking forward to that one. And it was the worst one we've been through so far. Like nobody really tried to scare us at all. We think it was because there was a guy holding a small child in his arms in front of us. So we think maybe they knew that, so they wasn't trying to be like frightening at all. But yeah, that one, yeah, I was really looking forward to that one, and that was the worst one. But Death on the Bayou, I can recommend that one. That one was pretty good. I don't know if we're going to be doing any more of the haunts tonight. We are getting ready to do Loch Ness Monster right now, though. So that one at night, pretty good. And this is its last year because next year they're retracking it. So we rode it last night, and in the dark, doing the whole helix part. Oh, that was amazing. Really, really good. And we're going to do it again tonight because we can. And then after that, I really don't know what we're going to do after that. Probably go eat. But we still have a little bit of time even after that. So we'll see you guys again in just a little bit. So we decided to take a break real quick and get one of the Howl-O-Scream purple funnel cakes. This thing was delicious. It had so much on it. It had like chocolate syrup, whipped cream, ice cream, and these awesome little gummy bones. Alright guys, so that's going to do it from our trip here at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg during Howl-O-Scream. It has been quite an experience, definitely. Day 1, cold, bitter. We didn't get a whole lot done. I didn't even get a whole lot of filming done, but we did get kind of acclimated to the park. And by the end of the evening, we were having a lot more fun once the monsters and the ghouls made their way out into the thing. Things became a lot better. Even though it was cold, it was still a lot more fun after that. Today, though, today has been the perfect day. Like, the temperature has been great. Everything about today has just kind of worked out in our favor. We were able to get on everything. I mean, we rode some stuff last night, but for the most part, we got on every single thing again today and rode everything we wanted to do, except for Tempesto, unfortunately. We also rode pretty much every single thing at night, too. Almost. We didn't get a chance to do Apollo's Chariot at night. Right. We didn't do Dark Coaster at night, but that's an indoor coaster, so it don't matter. And we're probably never doing Verhurten again. Yeah, I just don't like that coaster. But it has come to the end of our evening. and the end of our trip here to Williamsburg. I would have liked to have stayed longer. I would love to go check out actually colonial Williamsburg, especially doing some of the, like this is old country, so like they have ghost tours and stuff that I think would be amazing to do, but we can't stay down here that long. I had to get back to work. I only took enough off, and we're out of money, so but we will see you again on our next trip coming up. I will have a video for Spirit Halloween. We're going to be going over to the store and checking that out, and we are also going to be going to Kings Island for Haunt Fest there, and then we are going down at the end of the month back to Gatlinburg, and we're going to check out all kinds of stuff in Gatlinburg for Halloween. Like, we're literally going to be there for Halloween, so those videos won't be out until like after Halloween, so it'll be like November before you see those. But yeah, I've got a stacked month planned. It's October, my favorite time of the year, and we're going to see you this month a lot. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you in the next adventure. Until then, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.